Welcome to the first episode of the No Approval Needed debate show. On this debate show, we're giving unfiltered opinions about different topics in the community. So without further ado, I want to let everybody get a chance to introduce themselves.
Kurt Sampson.
Carla McKinney.
Michael Woods.
Curtis Crowell.
JT Todd.
Before we get into it, I want to first give honor to Coach Landon Freeman. He coached in the early 2000s with Carver High School basketball team. He also ran his own AAU program during that time. He helped assist many young girls get into college and help them further along their basketball career. So I want to start with Coach Woods first. With any memories you have of Coach Landon Freeman?
First got a chance to meet Freeman probably back in, like I say, the early 2000s, when I first met him. And I first met him when he was trying to get the AAU program started for girls. Freeman was big on girls basketball, and he needed somebody to help him out along with his vision. So I met him while he was at Shaw at the time, and we eventually started off that with the Blazers girls basketball program, and eventually we went on to work at Carver together. Had some great memories. Just helped girls basketball as a whole grow around here and become a big deal when it came down to high school girls basketball. I remember back in the day when we coached, they would even flip some of the girls' games, so the girls would play last and the boys would play first. That's how big the girls' basketball had got around here. And a lot of that had to do with Freeman, his work ethics, and how important he thought it was for girls to get a chance to be on the highest stage and the talent level as the boys were.
Kurt?
I met Coach Freeman. I knew about him in school, but I met him coaching AAU basketball. Just always wanted to just help kids out. His biggest thing was he just wanted to coach and see development of these kids, you know. He had some crazy tactics, you know, but at the end of the day, man, he had one thing, he loved kids. He wanted to see them get better.
JT?
I met Coach Freeman when I was about 10 years old, and I just remember I was a little boy running around at Girls Inc. and him coaching girls. And over the years, I got a chance to watch him. He's one of the coaches, I feel like one of the greatest girls basketball coaches around here that ever come through. And as I got older and wanted to get into coaching myself, a couple of years into it, he would come give me free advice, taught me, the importance of motion and just different things and make sure the girls get good fundamentals. So that's what I remember him for. And just meaning what he basically whatever he said he meant. So I kind of met Freeman a few times. I didn't really have a relationship a lot of everybody else did, but the times I did meet Freeman, he was kind of funny. He's a funny guy, real funny guy, and he did work hard. I saw one of his practices, and he worked these girls extremely hard. So I was grateful to see that.
I think I met Coach Freeman probably in about 1996 or so. And the fond memories I have of him was the fact that with my child now, he would always speak very highly of me when he was trying to help her understand the game and how to lead her team. So I appreciated that.
Well, things I remember about Coach Freeman when I was a young boy, like come home late at night, him and my dad to be in the den going over film and just talking about the game. And they did that for like 4 or 5 years straight. And also when I'm at the gym and they practice and stuff, I remember him being around, talking to me and having good conversations, just laughing and joking. So with that being said, Coach Freeman, we all love you, we all miss you. May you rest in peace. Columbus until now, it's been 2 dominant programs on the girls' side of basketball in Columbus, Georgia, out of Kendrick and Carver. So our first topic for the No Approval Needed debate show is going to be who's been the most dominant out of those 2. We're going to pop it off with Coach Mike Woods.
Well, quite naturally, you know, we started it, the run back in 2000, again, with Coach Freeman getting me involved with Carver High School. I think that run from 2000, 2005, Carver was playing at that time in the highest classification. Nobody else has ever played in that classification. Carver did something back then that nobody else would ever do. They played in the highest classification. After that, it started dropping down, but we was like in, I think we was in Region 5, Class 5, 580, and we were playing against schools that had 3,000 students in it versus our 1,200. That run was good. I mean, we dominated girls basketball back then. I think that, you know, the era with those kids, and Adela English and Tasha Taylors and Malika Pickers and all the kids that came through there, I'm willing to put that up against any of the kids and any of the teams that came through. I know y'all want to debate on that. Y'all want to.
Well, Kendrick did come through. I want to say they started their run in about 04. I happened to be coaching at Shaw at the time, and I do remember actually beating them for the region championship that year. But they went on to go deep in the state starting in 04. And then, of course, they won the state championship in 2008 with the Kim Stamps, Portia Prowell, she was on that team. And I think it was the year after Poochie, because I think the 07 team was actually the team that was pretty good. They should have won that year. But you know, the team that they say is always supposed to win it, never win it. It'd be the next year. Kendra.
I definitely don't think that the team that
came out like 05, 06.
Yeah, the team that won the state for Sterling was not better than the team that lost with Lachelle Matthews and Rosetta Hollis.
You want to know the funny thing about the whole, to me, situation is the run you had at Carver, a lot of them kids were young. They were like in elementary, middle school. The Kendrick girls that eventually came up from the one I think is the 07, 08, which is a good team of mine. But so they seen you. You know, they seen you in Freeman. They was a part of that. So I feel like they had the same type of DNA. And I feel like that's the funny thing about it. It trickled over, and that's what, you know, that Hicks got some good players. You see what I'm saying? But he got them same type of players, them same dogs that they seen from, you know, Poochie and them. Tasha Taylor and them. They was able to see that. You see what I'm saying? With it being the AAU program or whatnot. So, but I still feel like that 2007 Carver team, I just feel like, Kendrick team, I feel like they pressed you, they suffocated you. I feel like they moved together. I feel like Carver may have, you know what I'm saying, individual players that might be better, but I feel like that team just knew each other, you know, for that long. No, the one that won. That's my favorite team, you know what I'm saying?
I think that team would have not, if you could clone those kids and put those same kids on the team with Michelle Matthews and Rosetta Hollis, they would beat that team that won the championship at Kendrick by 20, easy. I think they would. With that being said, you go back into, I think Carla, somebody said that the team that's always was a better team was the one that never won it.
Yeah.
You know, even with Lawrence and them team, I don't think that was a great team. I just think that it was the right time, and she's the best player. She fitted good in with them. They had a bunch of kids that played.
Are you speaking on that 06, 07 team that didn't win,
that
or
was
the
the
05?
No, I'm going
back.
back even further. I think the 04-05 team was better than one that lost in the Final Four. The year that Carver, Columbus, and Kendrick in the Final Four.
Hardaway.
No, it was Carver, Columbus, because Keith Swanier lost to St. Pius in the championship.
Yeah.
That year Keith Swanier lost to that was
And
that
you know what, you're right,
04-05.
because they put us out in the Elite Eight. Shaw went to the
But
Elite Eight.
That was the year I felt like that's the year with Rosetta.
That's what I'm saying. That's a team.
Yeah, that's not the same team. That's 2 years earlier. The 07 was Kendra Smith's senior year. You took the 04,
No,
05.
08
No,
was Kendrick.
No, she didn't play. She didn't win the state.
So what I'm
She
saying,
lost to 7.
Poochie's.
Those 04, 05.
That's what I'm saying. Poochie's year. I'm not talking about. I know Kendra was younger than Poochie, right?
Yeah, that was the 07.
I'm not. Maybe I got the.
Yeah, you got the years mixed up.
But what I'm saying to y'all that Lachelle Matthews, Rosetta Hollis, junior, senior year class.
Yeah, 04, 05. They lost in the Final
Will
Four.
beat any of those teams that.
Yeah, they lost in the Final Four to St. Pius. And Columbus lost the next day to.
They ran into a buzzsaw. They ran into a St. Pius,
Yeah.
6'5", 6'6",
Because I felt like, because I think it was three. I think it was Carver in there.
Yeah, we lost to Stevenson.
Yeah, I
In the
lost-
Elite Eight?
Yeah, the
Well,
Final
you
Four.
had
It was three
four,
teams in
yeah,
the
because you
Final
had
Four.
4 Columbus teams in the Elite Eight.
It was four. It was three in the Final Four because Carver
And we
lost
got put out.
because it was supposed to be Columbus versus Kendrick, but Kendrick lost in the Final Four. Columbus won. Kendrick lost to St. Pius, and then Columbus turned around and lost to St. Pius in the championship.
Okay.
That big girl, I forgot her name.
Kelly
Kelly
Kane.
Kane.
Yeah, Kelly Kane. That the big girl. And
She was
Keith-
in Tennessee then.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Keith Swan got fired out in the championship. I felt like that 04-05 team
Yeah, that's the same
was the
team.
best one.
That's the same
All
team.
of them. Ain't no knock on the ones that won in the 08. It's not a knock on 07. Ain't a knock on 14 with Khalil. But that team though, you talking about with Pebbles, you had Poochie, you had Rosetta. That was a squad.
They were pretty good.
But a lot of that, you also gotta look at a lot, and when it goes back to, yeah, Sterling get a lot of respect and praises for it. But like you said, a lot of those kids came through the same thing with that Carver group. They was in y'all program. So they came, it was instilled from up. So
You can make an argument saying he should have won 4.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. He should have won 4. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like Hardaway should have won 1. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like he should have won 4. You know,
You want to jump in?
I'm just soaking it all in, man.
I'm giving him a history lesson.
yeah, I'm learning.
I mean, I could say that. I mean,
remember
there's some kids. I mean, back then you just talking about basketball. We talking about those eras, and even when you talk about they go into the change where Kendrick just started dominating, and now Carver's back on top. You know, with Carver being on top now, I don't think. Well, we talk about this a lot. You know, when we talk about just with the inner squads, which is like we said about Kendrick, the state championship team. Neither one of those would have beat the 04-05 team. Neither one of those teams would have beat that team.
So everybody gave their input like the early 2000s, which is 2000, 2010. So Carver and Kendrick were still on their run after that. So how do y'all feel about those teams? Like,
what, from 2010 to now?
yeah.
I feel like Kendrick, that 14 team. I feel like they didn't really play no tough teams to me. You know, it's just me. You know, I went to a lot of games. I feel like they had an outstanding player. You know, I mean, I feel like she was one of the top players in Georgia. But I just really, you know, I watched the Elite 8 game. You know, I watched the Final 4 game. I felt like they were just the best team. Were they 3 at a time? 2A, 3A?
2A.
Two-way.
Yeah, there was 2A. So I know it'd be some good competition in 2A, but I feel like that year, kind of like the 08 team, Kendrick team, they just had it was just that year. I ain't seen no other top team to knock them off.
And with sports, it's the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Anytime you win, you know, anybody tell you they ain't a little lucky, they lying.
You gotta have luck.
They
had
definitely
the luck
had
of
the
the
best player
draw.
in
They had the
2A.
luck of the draw because like a couple of years, I think he lost it to.
Because like the year
What's
before,
the
he lost the
team
first round of
Down in
state.
Augusta.
Yeah.
Was it
It
Wesley?
wasn't
Wesley.
Lacey.
No.
It wasn't
I
Lady.
forget
It
the team
was
lost.
start with a B.
He started. He
Oh
lost
my
to the same
God.
team.
No, it's in Augusta.
It was a team he lost to.
I'ma get it.
But you know, they a guy who's been coaching for over
Forever.
20
Yeah, he
years.
was. Yeah.
So
So it's just that same year.
I'm gonna have to look
14.
this up because it's gonna bug me.
It's like you said, some luck. I feel like this right here. I feel like if Kiki Gunner don't go down in the fourth quarter, Joe Strong get his first championship when they had played Redan, Columbia High
Yeah.
School that same year.
Yeah.
He was winning, but he had to still a freshman point guard in that to take and the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
So like you said, some luck, because she was killing them.
Yeah,
She don't tell ACL. He win his first state championship that year.
Yeah.
he possibly can.
Habsable.
Yeah, Heston. Yeah.
That's the school.
Yeah.
So that's what I look at like that. And he had a backcourt, even though he started 2 freshmen in the post. He had a backcourt that was averaging almost 40 together with man in their game.
Who would y'all say? I guess since we're on top, who would y'all say had out of the two, out of all the teams that they've compiled that's been here around from Kendrick Carver, who you say had the best girls team y'all seen?
The best girl team 1 year.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Year.
Y'all know I'm
Are we
biased.
I'ma say-
saying- are we
I'm-
saying to win?
I'ma
that
say
won
that-
it, or
They didn't have to win it, you know.
I'm
Because
gonna
my
say
thing
that
is sometimes the
04,
best team,
05. I just love that 04, 05 Kendrick team. I'm sorry.
And if you love the 0405 Kendrick team, I'ma love the 0405 Shaw team because we knocked Kendrick off in our region championship, and that's one of the teams that went to the Final Four that year.
here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying who's the
But
best.
y'all didn't make it to the Final Four.
Because we got put out by a Columbus team that was in our region.
Y'all got put by Columbus, right?
Yeah, by 11 points.
So what I'm saying,
And see, that's how crazy it is. You in that one region alone.
4
You
teams
had-
in the Elite Eight, 3 go to the Final
Right.
Four, 1
That's
loses in
crazy,
the
bro. One lose in the championship.
championship, and 1 is the
lost
state
in
runner-up.
And then we ain't even talking about the school that was in a higher classification that went to the Final Four that year. It's just crazy how, man, listen. that was-
Talent was right, it was spread out.
That's what's wrong
that
with the Christmas. And I know this is
everybody
our
can
That's what's
compete.
wrong with the Christmas showcase now. Cause you
Yeah, I
you
don't
got
like
one
that.
dominant team, so nobody the rest of the trash.
I just
game.
don't,
I ain't talking
I
about-
don't like how it's set up now.
because it's no point and it's no fun in it because you know you got one dominant team, the rest of them middle rock. Back then, you ain't know who gonna knock
The
who out.
Municipal Auditorium, that's when it was.
You don't know who gonna knock who out. Like they said, Shaw beat Kendrick in the region. But get what? Kendrick go to the Final Four. Columbus didn't even play for the region championship that year. But get what? There was a 3rd seed in the region and went to the state championship. Do you hear how that sound, bro?
Cole, I feel like the most overlooked team, and it's because they didn't win, and it's quiet, and I tell you this all the time, was that 2006-07 Hardaway Lady Hawk team.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
they
knew
were
you was
loaded.
gonna say that.
Because when you
But
look-
once again, they came out of all, because that was my baby team
Yeah.
when I coached with the Blazers.
Yeah, but-
they all came out
yeah,
one
yeah.
AAU program.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, when you look at that roster, you know, I tell you all the time, you know, I love Kendall Mills. I tell him all the time, him and my dad, yeah, I dropped the ball, bro. When you look at that roster, you know what I'm saying? When you look at that roster, you look at the names. And Braille Hinton coming off the, you see what I'm saying? You look at Maxie, you know what I'm saying? The ski, like, they was deep, man. Y'all don't even want to talk. They had like
My point
Give us
guard.
a
What's
name.
the little point guard?
Quella, Kelly, Sequoia, Jessica, Jamisha, Rashonda,
That was on that
Candace,
team?
Tori Maxey, and Brill Hinton,
Teresi?
Brianna Harris.
Nexus.
You know what I'm saying? You
AD
had,
was on that team,
yeah,
too.
AD
Okay,
too.
I'm thinking
you
of
had
like
12
12
college
deep.
players on that team.
12 deep went to school.
Yeah.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Then your manager Kim, your
that's
manager was what? You know what I'm saying? Then Tierra Mahoney, she would have better been all great. Like I felt like, you know, I remember just they used to beat, you know what I'm saying, fresher boys, you know what I'm saying, practice, man. I feel like Sequoia Griffin was one of the most, I feel like she needed to be taught for a long time, man. That girl was probably one of the best players I've ever seen, man. Like that's just me personally. You see
I
what
give
I'm
you that
saying?
because I coached her at Shaw.
I love Sequoia, man. I just felt like that team right there, you know, and it's because you didn't win. It's like any great team in the
Well,
sports.
that same year, we saw that same year where they lost a game that they should have won in the Final Four
yeah.
to a team that they play them 10 times. They
Was
got
that
beat 9.
CSU?
No, they
lost
lost
that,
in Macon.
Macon.
They was up by one
And
going to
then
the fourth.
we turned around and watched Kendrick
Kendrick
do the
lose.
same thing. They dominate the whole
Because
game.
that year it should have been
No,
Kendrick
no.
versus Hardaway. That year
No.
it should
Yeah,
have been.
that's supposed to be the first
Yeah.
all Columbus State
Yeah.
championship. Columbus
And,
versus
and it should have been Jordan boys and Carver boys as well
Who
too.
was the OC?
It should have.
Yeah,
You
that
remember-
year.
you remember-
But the state
you remember-
championship game was played in the Final Four.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Then y'all beat them in the cricket tournament?
Who Kendrick?
Yeah.
No.
They beat them at Hardaway.
They beat them at Hardaway. What happened was they played in the region tournament, and you talking about, man, I remember
Man,
that
that game was so
it was so
packed, man.
crunk,
So
man, it was
packed.
so loud.
That was
man.
the
When the
craziest-
boys championship played, everybody was like,
That's when to me, man,
it was all
Columbus
the air was
man,
gone. It was,
man.
I mean, it was
You had nowhere to sit. You
Yeah.
want the thing like
At
at north
Northside.
side like this, man.
at Northside.
All around the whole building. The
Yeah,
girls
it was
game and the
huge.
boy game was like it was crazy, man.
So I mean, it's been some good basketball,
Yeah.
and that's I think that I know we get off this topic a little bit, but I think that's the biggest thing with me. I keep saying y'all have said it a lot too, but I say it a lot off camera. Whereas I wish girls basketball around here was back to where it was then, where you can go to games and see competitive games, and not just because we sorry as heck. It's a competitive game, but we got some firepower here and we competitive, and I think that's the thing that I wish was.
Let me stop it. So, what do you think the difference is now with the talent level then and talent level now? Like, why is it so different, so lopsided now? Why would y'all say that?
Can I chime into this real?
This thing right here.
I'm gonna say this.
Agree.